again, everyone, and welcome to another episode of RVBusiness Capitol Talk, generously sponsored by Excel. I'm Rick Kessler, and with me, as always, Sherman Goldenberg, and we're both from RV Business. And joining the two of us today is Jon Wenger and Erin Curtis from Genesis Products. And Genesis, you guys been in the news quite a bit lately.
Go ahead, Jon.
A lot going on for sure. So we've, been pretty aggressively executing our plans, and we're just always excited when they keep moving forward and coming together.
Well, Sherman, why don't you take it, because you were at their most recent press event.
And I must say, upon reflection here, that I found Genesis story right now really interesting, because it comes, not only is it a whole bunch of things at once, all positive things at once, but it comes at a time when the general economy and the recreation vehicle industry aren't at what you would call a peak. Yet the turbines are turning at your company. The most visible recent example being a ribbon cutting at a new plant in Goshen. If you would tell us about that.
Yeah, so we just opened our what we're calling Plant 10. We actually have, since then, we've initiated the Plant 10. We've acquired 2 companies, so now we actually have 14 facilities total as a company. 9 here between Goshen, Indiana, and then 6 outside of the immediate county. We've been investing pretty heavily in our countertop product lines over the last number of years. Initially we rolled out our thermofoil vinyl countertops a number of years back, been growing that. Probably about 2 years ago now, we decided that we really wanted to kind of expand our countertop offering by integrating the full package with both solid surface and vinyl tops. So really the 2 dominant types of materials used for RV tops. We really felt that being able to offer both and really have the 2 work together, in a lot of companies and a lot of brands, you're seeing some are the vinyl thermofoil tops, some are solid surface in the same units, right? So, being able to offer the both, and whether they, want solid surface or vinyl doesn't really matter to us too much. The same engineers, same product managers, same, essentially the same plant. So we thought there's a lot of value there. So we rolled out solid surface, and then been growing that over the last 2 years. And really this Plant 10 was designed to be focused on the solid surface fabrication as that product line has grown and needs a more dedicated facility. And it is right next to our, pressed, top plant. So ultimately they are sister plants interacting and working together to complete a complete line of RV countertops.
Jon, one of the things you mentioned was, Jon, one of the things you mentioned was that this new plant, Plant 10, completes your Goshen campus. What do you mean?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of mean there's no land around us anymore. So, I don't know if we have any, we're boxed in a little bit now. So I guess from that standpoint, but also too, it, even from a parking standpoint, it kind of helps us round out parking. It helps us sort of get a little bit more scale here, but ultimately we're maximizing the land that was, in our immediate area, right? So not to say that we won't ever, expand in Goshen again, but, so for this campus that we've been, developing really since 2017, this site at least is sort of maxed out at this location.
If we look at those headlines that your company's been generating, this being one of the most recent, we should also insert here, you acquired a company called Funder not more than weeks ago.
Yeah, beginning of March. Yep.
Well, what's with that? What does that do for you?
Yeah, Funder America is, one of the original and, oldest TFL producing panel companies in the U.S. TFL is just another type of putting, papers or laminates on board, right? And you're taking raw printed paper, and then you're impregnating it with melamine resin. And then with extreme, pressure and heat, you're essentially fusing it to the board. So it is and you can add texture because you're adding so much pressure and you're adding plates, you can add texture into the board. So it is a more heavily textured and more durable from a top coat and bond. So it's a type of panel or lamination that you'll see more accepted within sort of, I guess, residential commercial applications. Ultimately, we do think there is RV applications, durability in an RV is probably as important or more important as in a home, right? There's closer quarters, there's more rough conditions, so to speak. So we do think there's applications there. And ultimately what it does, it makes Genesis the most comprehensive laminate component supplier in the US, we feel, because essentially we are able to laminate, paper vinyl, finished foils, the TFL, HPL. We've really been investing heavily in our capabilities in cabinet door production. So really bringing sort of complete cabinet components, being really trend and thought leaders on what you can do with, laminate, designs and interiors, a lot of that heavy, European influence from the markets there that we're sort of Americanizing and, sort of figuring out how do you take those concepts and those trends and then, make them fit sort of what the consumer is looking for here in the US. So really it just fits with our being, experts in anything laminate, anything non-hardwood, and really elevating the look, the appeal, and saying, hey, you can actually do more with a laminate and make it look better than a hardwood, right? Like stop worrying about, how cheap can you make hardwood and worry about how great can you make laminates look, right? And that's what we're doing as a company.
When you think about limitations and cabinets and cabinetry and some of the limitations that hardwood might present from, a long-term durability or a color consistency standpoint, now we can offer our customers even more ways for them to create the look and the design that they want, that's really going to help them stand out at the end and give consumers the type of aesthetic that they're demanding in the market. So we're excited to extend sort of what we're most excited about onto our customers and give them that opportunity.
Thank you. A couple more Genesis headlines I'd like to touch on, and the last but certainly not the least being a Camping World announcement. But first, let me ask you about management restructuring of the corporation itself. Could you briefly tell us about that, whichever?
Yeah, for sure. So I think we kind of communicated a few changes a couple weeks ago. Really, ultimately, what we've done is that as we've added sort of more divisions and more capabilities, we've kind of shifted our approach to, instead of saying, here's this plant and their capabilities and kind of run focused on plant first. And really what we shifted to is industry first, and it doesn't really matter what plants are supplying that industry. So really the restructuring was around having a sort of RV industrial group. So it really was shifting focus to sort of industry focus first, operations sort of second filter, as opposed to sort of more, plant operations as first filter, industry second. So I think it's going to help, streamline how we're looking at bringing products to market, how we're telling our story, how we're sort of meeting the needs of our customers, servicing our customers, and making sure all of our teams are aligned within an industry filter, as opposed to sort of 4 or 5 separate divisions sort of working together, but also, kind of working independently. Also that kind of tag, comes alongside at the same time with, Matt Hazelbaker, stepping away into his retirement. So obviously he announced that about a year ago. So we're kind of approaching the end date here soon. So we're, super excited for him and his next phases, and couldn't be more appreciative of everything he's done as a partner in Genesis. And so it obviously coincides with sort of some, that leadership transition as well.
The Revive Collection was where we bring in Camping World and a new aftermarket program that's really novel. I mean, I think you're breaking new ground here, unless I'm overlooking something that's in this market already. Go ahead. Tell us about this new program.
Sure. So we agree. We're really excited to bring this product line to Camping World, and we feel that we're filling a gap in the market for sure. So, we wanted to, we believe every environment deserves to be elevated, and we wanted to give, current owners of RVs the opportunity to elevate existing units. We're still super dedicated to making, supporting our OEMs and putting beautiful, high quality products into new units, but now we're bringing those same high quality materials and putting them into the hands of consumers. So the Revive collection consists primarily of Revive kits, and those kits are wallboard kits or cabinet kits. So customers can now reface their cabinets or their wallboards with a selection of, really beautifully curated wood grains or solid colors that we're offering. And achieve the look that they want, right? Whether they just want to personalize their unit or they want to upfit their unit. Now they have options that they didn't have before. And it's really, what's awesome is that it's actually designed for the RV market, right? We know the type of adhesive to use, the type of material to use, so that it will withstand the motion and the wear and tear of being on the road.
Erin, it's a do-it-yourself based program, is it not?
Absolutely. So everything is DIY friendly. Everything is peel and stick. I'm not a very handy person, and I can do it. So if I can do it, anyone can do it. But yeah, we've been doing a lot of projects with our Camping World partners. We've flipped an RV with them as part of, the launch of this project, and those videos will be up soon via Camping World. But yeah, it's awesome. You can redo your doors, you can redo walls, you can do any wood surface in your RV. And we also have backsplash and hardware to finish it all out.
Available, you were saying, at 10 stores at the moment?
That's right. So we're available at the store floor at 10 different locations for Camping World. So we're in the process of rolling those out right now. I was down in Florida just yesterday visiting 2 stores in the Tampa Bay area where those displays were going up and spending time with their teams. And the excitement that we've felt from everyone at all levels of the company has been really encouraging. And we couldn't have asked for a better partner in Camping World to bring this product line to market. It is also available online. So whether you live one of those 10 stores or not, you can go online at campingworld.com and purchase it as well.
Is this something that you conceivably see growing within the 200 store Camping World universe?
I mean, I think that would be the ideal. I think we're being really smart about how we're bringing this to market. We're strategically approaching this as a test and learn partnership with Camping World. We'd love to see how, this summer season goes and take a look at, rationalizing, the offering and the SKUs and seeing what did really well, what didn't, and adjusting along with them in partnership. And, we're not going to stop thinking about, new ways to innovate and grow the product line as well. So, we're anxious to learn from them, learn from consumers, and really grow the product line in a partnership.
I'd like to add one question before we close out, Rick, but did you have something first?
Go for it.
Well, I was looking at the releases you guys generated, last week, and it said it was like a revelation. It says 20 years ago, CEO Jon Wenger started with a single laminating machine in a small warehouse to produce laminated panels. And now it's a company with 1,200 people, 1,200 employees. Jon, is this true? You started it? I didn't know this.
Yes, I was one of the founders. A great team of founders. I happen to be the only founder, sort of working founder still in the business. But yes, we had a great team of founders that I was a part of.
That's amazing. And here you are, 28 years old, right?
Yeah, I'm 45 now, so a little bit older than I was. But yeah, in a lot of ways, we feel like we're just getting warmed up as a company, right? We now have sort of the product lines, the infrastructure, but yeah, we have a truly awesome team that's really excited about the future, our capabilities, and are really coming together. We've been investing, and that back to your original question about, you have a choice, right? I mean, it's like, do you believe in the industry or not? And if you do, then are you going to think short term or long term? And we very committed and very much believe in the industry, and we're thinking long term, right? So we're still investing in marketing, we're still investing in product development, we're still investing in our manufacturing excellence, we're investing in our product engineering teams. And this year is what it is, but we're making, we're thinking long term and making long term decisions. So
great example you're setting, in my opinion. Yeah. Rick, haul us away.
Okay, hauling away. Genesis Products, Jon, Erin, thank you very much. A company that's always moving forward, obviously.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rick. Thanks, Sherman. Really enjoyed the conversation.
Thank you.